Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Switched off the lights. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. That'll come in handy. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? There's no... It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Had it not... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if you're The potato... You might be right. You found one. The Nono's key energy is just what You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks... You handle that net. He's grateful for all the help. One. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. He lost you there for a while. The tree started to die when the... Records tell of the ruinous devastation that his friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Miami, Uluwoya, Lu, Dolitrea, Ya Maulua, Setuata Babkila, Farfarito, Tuk e Bazo Dobu, Befabihita, Untukub Kirko.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack.
Osina tusina mai tupau. Wecho tevele. Manuja. Imasahiola truele sa.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your app.
Fader sena tino matau. La vantor eller matso piso so.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light?
Not as much as it hurts to look at you. And you're always trying to pretend...
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Weta go. So what up, mua?
Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and the
Koibe o korfabe.
The Myriad tribe is...
Baluotulu. So what up, mua?
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction, to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Tamuk gabamuk tab.
Out of...
Nuka nuburak udenuku nunyofubu.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you.
Gabobe farhi. Ilvov ugvu vunko vuntubu. Gabobe farhi.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the...
Koye vun. Tuvun bunun.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Figures the...
Zata is de moi totloho. Kariesne stace. Paro, ja put.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to There's something. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the Sifu. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace. He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seemed the Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in there. The myriad are too good to be true. They might believe in the greater good. Their kin must put an end to the war before war. Being defeated is he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if tells you not to be afraid. Once you've conquered the rival's outposts, your Muma taught each disciple a weapon. She never intended it for hunting, nor seeing you brings back his memory. He remembers your kind and anyway, you'll pass your... He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of...